Thank you. I had another dream, and in this dream I was on the street again. And seems like I'm always on the street when I dream these dreams. But anyway, there was a black guy. He looked like he was in his early 50s to mid 50s. And he had a long coat on, and he had a beanie hat, big beanie hat, like he had locks underneath there. And he was preaching, like he was just shouting. He was saying, everything you see is a lie. Everything you see is a lie. Even the way them write 45 is a lie. Everything is a lie. So he's just screaming that everything's a lie. And complaining. And preaching.
Ring around the rosy, a pocket full of posies. Ashes, ashes, we all fall down.
In a sure sign of today's culture of death, the UK Health Secretary says people are allowed to travel overseas for assisted suicide during lockdown. That is this week's Speak Out segment. England's Prime Minister Boris Johnson imposed a second national lockdown last week following an uptick in COVID-related deaths and infections in the country. The 4-week lockdown is meant to save lives. That is, unless, get this, you want to end your own life. UK Health Secretary Matt Hancock said last week that people traveling abroad for assisted suicide would not be breaking strict new lockdown rules in England. Assisted suicide means to counsel, abet, or aid someone in killing him or herself. Regulations, which come into force today, place restrictions on leaving the home without a reasonable excuse. Traveling abroad for the purpose of assisted suicide is a reasonable excuse, so anyone doing so would not be breaking the law. Mr. Health Secretary, it is in your job description to protect the life and well-being of UK citizens. But you cannot claim to want to protect lives by enforcing this lockdown when you're simultaneously advancing assisted suicide, which ends lives. You automatically compromise your ability to do your job and gain the trust of others when you stop protecting the vulnerable members of your population as health secretary. And how irresponsible and short-sighted to condone assisted suicide, the aiding of others to kill themselves, when we know depression and suicide rates are skyrocketing now amidst lockdown. When people who are already medically vulnerable are then isolated and are facing the heavy burden that is the global pandemic and economic uncertainty, should that not be the time to offer more hope and resources and help? Instead, you are sending the message that those citizens are better off dead. I pray you'll see that truth and will work to protect every human life in the UK.
We're setting up a new system of hotel quarantine for UK and Irish residents who've been in red list countries in the last 10 days. In short, this means that any returning residents from these countries will have to quarantine in an assigned hotel room for 10 days from the time of arrival. Before they travel, they'll have to book through an online platform and pay for a quarantine package costing £1,750 for an individual travelling alone, which includes the hotel, transport and testing. This booking system will go live on Thursday, when we'll also publish the full detailed guidance. Passengers will only be able to enter the UK through a small number of ports that currently account for the vast majority of passenger arrivals. When they arrive, they'll be escorted to a designated hotel, which will be closed to guests who aren't quarantining for 10 days or for longer if they test positive for COVID-19 during their stay. We've contracted 16 hotels for an initial 4,600 rooms, and we will secure more as they are needed.
They're trying to bring out hotel quarantine now, and they want you to pay for it. Big money as well. £1,750 for the duration of your stay. But the WHO website, the WHO, Article 40 on that website, if you look at it, it says that the government is not allowed to charge. So I'm trying to work out, if we're listening to the WHO, and we spend, I don't know, I'm sure it's like 435 million in 2018, 2019. We spent all those millions for their advice, because that's what they're for. That's what they do. They advise countries on the pandemic. So if we're paying all that money for their advice, why are we not taking it? Why is their website saying that we shouldn't be paying any money whatsoever, but yet the government is making us pay? I don't really understand what's going on. Is somebody lying, or is it just some sort of misunderstanding? You be the judge of that. So there you have it. Everything you see is a lie. I just think everything is a lie. I mean, look at the construction industry. Unaffected by the lockdown. Everywhere, every other business had to close down. All non-essential businesses had to close down. But the construction industry is still going strong. Why is that? Why is that? Premier League football, they're still going. Is that essential? Tennis is still going. Rugby, I don't know how you can social distance in that. I mean, and look at all this, the death rates and how the hospitals are supposed to be overrun. And if they're supposed to be overrun, why don't you hear ambulances, sirens screeching in the streets? Like, what's going on? Why is the hospital so quiet? And you expect me to believe that what they say is happening is happening? I mean, even getting back to what I was saying before, euthanasia and assisted dying, it carries a jail term of 14 years. But they're telling you to go abroad. That tells me that they love death. That's what they love. It's like Satan, he comes to kill, steal, and destroy. They don't care if we die. They're sending us to our deaths. They're not trying to help anybody. They're not trying to design a sort of competitively priced mask, that's affordable, that people can wear, that's got some level of protection. They're just giving us like those silly things that don't work. I don't understand it. Something ain't right. Something ain't right. And even, going back to that dream, like 45, at the time I didn't even realize, but 45 is what they call the president. And to be quite honest, that's not right. 45 ain't right, because he's going to be the 19th president. He's going to be the 19th. He's going to come back and he's going to be the 19th president. So all these people out there that are worried, that think that Mr. Trump is not coming back. He's coming back, but he's coming back as the 19th president. So even the way they write 45 is not correct. It's not true. And a lot of them know it. But the mainstream media is hiding it from everybody. So, in conclusion, everything is a lie. And Mr. Trump is going to come back. And to be quite honest, he might not even get 4 years. He might get 8 years. And in total, it might all be 12 years. Get your head around that one. So, So let's all calm down. Take a chill pill. Because Trump is not coming back in 2024. He's going to come back before then. He's going to be back this year. He's going to be back this year. Everything you see is a lie. Everything. Everything you see is a lie. Trump will be back this year. Don't listen to the mainstream media because it's all lies. And Biden, he's a joker. He's not in control of anything. He's not even in control of his own mind. And those guys, they, as I said before, their father is the devil. The devil come to kill, steal, and destroy. And that's why I said Mr. Biden is like a vampire. He's not, I don't even know if that's why his fake inauguration, he put his hand on a Bible. I don't even know if that was even a Bible. 127-year-old vampire Bible. He put his hand on that. I don't even know if it's even legal, if that's even legit. Look, everything is just like a lie. It's all a lie. Calm down. Trump will be back before you know it.